So yeah, so what we did basically, we found the root of that response what we have shared from the backend,
Mm.
and we found the root,
Mm.
and we tried to render the home component basically again.
Mm. Here, there in server, it actually did render to string and then added that. Here, it is directly actually taking that and rendering create root and then adding that render. That is only
Yeah,
difference.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But problem with this method is
Mm.
uh, this is not basically performant. Basically,
Yes.
what we are doing, we are again re-rendering. I mean,
Yeah,
whatever
it
we
is
are doing.
overhead, right? Because data is too much.
No, no. It means what we did, whatever we did in the client side previously, we did same thing.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm.
Basically, you see here, uh, we rendered the whole app, right?
Yes. Yes.
But if we have, I mean,
Mm.
the whole, I mean, here we render, suppose this is the root of the component, right? You have a big application, this is the app.js and the root component.
Mm.
Then it will try to render all the root, okay, and all the child and everything, re-render basically. But what we wanted is, we have this skeleton ready. We just wanted this click to be enabled, right?
Mm.
But we are trying to render it and making the click enabled. We do not want, we just wanted the click to be enabled, right?
So it will add the HTML again, and
Yes,
that's what you're
yes,
telling. So we
yes, yes.
just want that functionality, and the inside root, it just need to change, not the entire thing.
An entire thing basically, again repainting is happening, and that I mean, painting is the costly operation, right?
Mhm.
in the life cycle of a, I mean,
In the
as
DOM.
HTML page, DOM page actually.
Yes.
So there is something called I'm forgetting, um, forgetting many things.
What step?
I knew a concept, I'm forgetting that. What is that concept? I wanted to tell you everything actually from my knowledge, but I'm forgetting. Of 3 months of gap, I forgot
Mm.
everything.
Mm.
What is that? What is that? What is that? I'll tell you. Critical rendering path. Okay. So there is some critical rendering path. Okay. What is critical rendering path? Critical rendering path is nothing but
Critical
suppose
resource or critical rendering?
critical rendering path. Okay. This
Mhm.
is critical rendering path.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is a concept of I mean, performance of improving performance of web. Okay, web page. So what is
Okay.
critical rendering path is, so when your web page renders, right?
Mm.
So many things involved, right? One
Mm.
is, first thing is HTML parsing, right?
Mm.
Then there is CSS also. So, and there is DOM, document object model. So whatever the output you are getting,
Mm.
so before the output comes to the browser has an engine. Okay. So what browser does is reads through these, parse through all the HTML, and
Mm.
it tries to create nodes basically. That is document object model, right?
Mm. Mm.
After creating document object model, then if there is an CSS, then also it creates CSDOM. That is
Mm.
CSS object model. Okay. After
Okay.
these things, what it does, um, it creates a render tree.
Mm.
Okay. Render tree, and after forming the render tree, it does layouting. Layouting means like suppose there are many blocks, right? So this is one block, this is one block, and many
Hmm.
blocks.
Hmm.
So it tries to map the CS DOM and DOM, like try to calculate which element should be in which position,
Hmm.
right? Just
Hmm.
doing the layouting of the page. So that is layouting. And
Hmm.
the next thing is painting. After doing the layouting, it does the painting. This
Hmm.
is the most costly operation.
Hmm.
After this, your DOM is, I mean, ready to be rendered. After painting phase, you see the output on the browser. Okay.
Hmm. Hmm.
So when so we actually face here, what we did, we face the HTML,
Hmm.
okay, from the server, the skeleton.
Hmm.
Again, we try to render. So this thing again try to go through that critical rendering path, right? So critical rendering path has a uh, is a operation that takes some time, right? And
Hmm.
because of that, again, when you are doing render here, again it's forming that critical rendering path and doing everything, painting phase happening, right? Layouting, painting, everything is happening.
Hmm.
But in this case, we do not need that. Then we do not need that. Basically, we need only the enablement of the event listeners. Okay.
Hmm.
So for that, what we need hydrate, right? So we have HTML, just need the JavaScript. We just want to breathe the application. Basically, we want to life, just solve, insert, inject a solve, basically. So
Hmm.
that's why you need hydration. That is the process of hydration. Okay.
What is iteration?
Hydration is nothing but your HTML is ready. You are just attaching event listeners.
Event handlers.
Event listeners, event handlers to your
Hmm.
HTML. Okay, so that
Hmm.
your HTML will be JavaScript ready.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll encounter another problem. You will see whatever I told, it will be more clear. Okay. Okay, so let's do hydration, right? So for hydration,
Hmm.
so there is a API React has given, hydrate root. Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, if you visit this link,
Hmm.
it says it is deprecated
Hmm.
because hydrate is deprecated. Now React 18 came just last year, so many things changed. So I am aware of this hydrate.
Hmm.
So when I was doing this app today, so I was calling hydrate, but it was not taking. Then I saw, okay, it is deprecated. React 18 last year it is came, no, so I did
Hmm.
not know that. So I came here. Then this is the
Even
next
I
one.
also
Before,
saw actually hydrate only I used somewhere.
yeah.
That
So
time.
learning, yeah. So learning React,
Uh,
actually, the best place I found is the React Dev. Okay. So
yes. Yes.
this documentation actually taught me a lot. The whole React thing, this documentation taught me a lot. Lot of
Uh,
confidence. You just follow this documentation. Each read all the APIs. Okay, you will find many
yes.
things.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll tell you what are the things you need to read from here.
Hmm.
But this is the server side rendering. You do
Hmm.
not have any business here so much.
Hmm.
It's just a today's business. Okay, you just understand how server side rendering. So
Hmm.
hydrate to we need to call, and where we need to import this React DOM server. Sorry,
Yes.
it's a, yeah, React DOM client basically.
No, server only.
Oh, this is React
Okay,
DOM
React
server
Doc. No, no,
client.
no. In the client side, right? Then it is client. Yeah.
Yeah, so React DOM client,
Yes.
and we create a container first, the
Yes.
root, and we just hydrate the DOM node and the what is the React node. So let's
1
import this.
minute. So hydrate get element by ID of root. Okay, hydrate root of.
Ready. So hydrate root you import. Okay. So previously this is where we are doing rendering, but
Uh,
we'll do now hydration. What hydration will do? Let hydrate this. Okay. And
hmm.
this is
Instead of create
render.
root, we need to hydrate root.
Yeah. So what we do inside this? So first we need to create. I mean get the element like container const
Mm,
container suppose, and we will do document dot get element by id
mm,
the root.
mm,
Okay. Then we call hydrate root and we'll pass that container. Okay. And what
mm.
to render inside that component, and
Root
this is
home.
this is our this is our main app, right?
Iterate root of
React.
container, and inside that we need to render the root. Oh, sorry, home app.
Okay.
Our app basically.
Previously we were doing rendering the home
Yes.
component. Now we will hydrate the home component.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Now this is the thing. And if you save this, it will build our app and it will create another bundle.js.
Mm.
And if we see here, sorry, let's see the output now. So here you'll find something interesting. Right? So now it is working, but it's giving some error and warning. What is that?
Hydration
Expect
failed because initially it does not match what was rendered on the server. So you need to run the server again.
no, not that. Actually, last year in Sapient, I actually worked in a project. They upgraded their project to React 18. Okay,
Hmm.
then I got a like millions of error basically with
Hmm.
hydration error, hydration fail. What is this? Hydration. It's saying hydration failed because of initial UI does not match.
Hmm.
Okay, what was rendered on the server? This is the thing. Okay, so we render something in the server, right?
Hmm.
To render something in the pre-rendered something on the server.
Can you go there? Can you go to that hydrate route? Sorry to deviate. Can you go to code? Code.
Code, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I had
So
something.
I was saying, so we press this HTML, right?
Yes.
Now, what exactly we are doing here? So for hydration, actually, this is a illusion, right? Uh, uh, if user but user does not know. Basically, we are fetching the this HTML,
Hmm.
and in the background we are just attaching event listener, but user does not know, right?
Hmm.
User does not know. So this is a illusion.
Hmm.
So user see the same HTML, does not change
Yes.
anything, but in the background everything is happening, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
So it is just a illusion for him. But think like, suppose we are render side like we are sending this from server, right? And after hydration, right?
Hmm.
Think like if we added another, suppose another element, right?
Hmm.
Then that is a bad user experience, right? The
Hmm.
user will think, oh, what happened? The first it pressed something and again it changed, right? That is a bad experience,
Hmm.
right? Then our illusion breaks. We do not want that to happen, right?
Hmm.
We need whatever fetched, right? That
Hmm.
should be shown to the user. In the HTML there should not be any mismatch.
Hmm.
And so before hydration and after hydration, right? Everything should be intact in our web page,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Yes. So if something is wrong in the HTML, then it will throw this error.
Hmm.
Okay. Now let's find out what is the error. Okay. Basically, in that project, like last project I did,
Hmm.
there were many things, right?
Hmm.
The hydration fails because of 4 to 5 things. Uh, so let me give you one example.
Hmm.
What can happen? Suppose you wrap your div inside a p tag. Okay,
Hmm.
inside a p tag.
Hmm.
React will complain this is a hydration error because
Hmm.
generally inside p tag div element should not come. Division p tag
Hmm.
should come inside division element, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that is one case, right? There are other cases. We'll find it here, right? Let's see.
Like mismatch elements or the like
Yeah.
different types of elements. It might be like conflicts like that,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah. So I'll tell you what happens actually. So this is one thing I found that time when I was doing project. So there was a stack overflow solution. What can go wrong, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
some solution. Yeah.
second, one second, address an error. Yeah. So something here I found in that other page. I forgot. Used here. Address and rendered UI. Wait. Yeah, here you'll find there is a pitfall. Okay, it says the React trees you pass to hydrate root needs to produce the same output as it did in the server. You clear on this line? I told you before. Okay.
Mm.
Hello. Hmm.
You know, I'm reading actually the reactor you pass
I'm
to
reading
hydrate
here.
route
I'm
needs
reading.
to produce same output on the server. Yeah, like it should be showing the same. Might be like here it is, there is some difference.
So it says before hydration and after hydration tree,
Ah,
the HTML tree that is getting formed, React tree, that
yes,
should be same,
yes, yes,
exact same. Okay.
yes,
This is important for user experience, right? I told
yes,
you this is important for user experience. The user will spend some time looking at the server generated HTML before your JavaScript code loads, right?
yes,
And server rendering creates an illusion that the app loads faster by
mm,
showing the HTML snapshot of its output. Suddenly, showing different content breaks that illusion, right?
mm,
This is why the server render output must match the initial. A common causes that leads to hydration error includes extra
white
white space,
spaces.
likewise new lines, okay,
Yeah,
and using checks like type of window uh, uh, is called undefined
not
because
equal
this
to
function
undefined.
like type of window, see window is not available in the server,
Yes,
right? It is only available in the window object in the client side.
plain
It is a
browser.
browser given, right?
Yes,
If you check something in the server, then in server if you put a if statement according to this you show this element otherwise that
yes,
element, then
yes,
it can give a error, right?
yes,
This most important things. And third thing is using browser only APIs like Windows Mass Media. I've not used this. And last thing is rendering different data on the server and client. This is also thing, right? So in our case actually what happened is if you go here, right, we have new lines here. If we break this new line into one line, we find, so there is only thing that is available inside this div root is this one, right? So whenever
mm,
trying to hydrate also,
mm,
uh, we are only putting everything inside this root, but if you are giving a new line on the server, then the client side there is a mismatch. So if
yes,
I'll remove this, right, and
yes,
save it, you
yes.
will find there is no error.
Okay, nice, nice observation. How much
Okay.
time you would have spent debugging that?
No, actually it was less time.
Ah,
I did this error, then I read this first line. Okay,
ah,
I did not go to the second line. I did the first one. Since I did this, right, React hydration error in my
yes,
project, there is a huge error, line of errors. So I
ah,
suddenly got to know, okay, there is a white space. Go there. I suddenly remember, okay, I have given
ah,
put this. Okay, so
nice.
this is what. So now you are seeing, right? So this is a basic thing,
Hmm.
and I explained you how hydration happens, right? So there are many things again from here, right? How Next.js works basically. If you go to Next.js, you will find many things, right? So there are pages. I showed you that, right? There are pages, and there you can create multiple pages. And in order, so in Next.js, you will not write this Express.js syntax everything. Not, you only have components there.
Hmm.
Okay, So inside component, you can instruct Next.js like, okay, uh, fetch this code on the server. Suppose you are loading a product list page. Okay, you
Mm.
refresh this page and it is loading, right?
Mm.
But the products that need to be fetched from a server, right?
Mm.
But you have written that code in the client side, right?
Mm. Mm.
Then when you load your page, after your page loads, then it will take some time and reflect the products. But
Mm.
you want your products to be fetched in the server side.
Mm.
How to do that, right? So basically, in Next.js, there is something called isomorphic rendering. Okay, you read
Isomorphic
about
render.
isomorphic
Can you
rendering.
tell me what exactly? I got confused. Like from a product will be there.
Okay, okay. Let me tell again. Okay. So there are multiple products. Suppose here in this page, this is a product page. Okay,
Mm.
there are multiple products, and those products basically you fetch from a database,
Mm.
right or wrong?
Yeah.
Yes or no? Okay. The product information like product price, product name, product other information, right?
Details, everything. Yeah.
Yeah, everything, description. So those need to be fetched from a server.
Mm.
So forget about server side. Now in client side, how you will do? Basically, you will render a component, and in the component did mount or any some use effect,
Mm.
you do a API call, right?
Mm.
Fetch API call, and products are fetched, and after the products are fetched, you render it, right? You basically load the data. So the API call go to the server and fetch some data and show in the client. That takes some time, right?
Mm.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So you
API
can
call response time.
API call response you got and you print that in the front end, right? That
Yes.
is client side, whatever. Right? Now same thing. So for server side rendering, right? Why we do server side rendering? We just want those products to be fetched from the server and show to the client. Only the event listener add to cart and all those things we need in the client side, right?
Mm.
But we need the all the product information from the server, right or wrong,
Mm.
right? So
Yes.
what we can do here, in our case, here we'll write something called fetch from server, fetch products from
Mm.
server, right? And render, pass it to render to string, and there, like in the render to, I mean, inside this home component, we'll pass this as a props to the home component, or inside home component we'll fetch something because
Mm.
everything is rendered in the server, right?
Yes.
And we'll render those product list and we'll make it render to string and send it to client side, right?
Okay. Yes.
You can do that, right?
Yeah.
So that is what server side rendering. But here you can do because you are using a express app, right?
Mm.
But when you are using Next.js, you do not have this express app indexers and everything. It's not there. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So you will have only pages. Suppose like, suppose this is one page,
Okay. In
right?
Next.js, there is no server.
There is no server like this.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So you have only components, home
Yes.
component, about us, product list, product details, checkout, whatever.
Yeah.
So
I got
here,
it.
if
It's
you,
pure React actually.
yeah. So if you fetch here, right?
Yes.
But again, if you fetch here using use effect
Mm.
like this, you call some API, then this use effect runs on the client side only, right? It never
Yes.
run on the product because this is a JavaScript thing, right?
Yes.
This will run in the client side only. But if you want in the server side, so Next.js provide a special function. Okay.
Mm.
So if you declare that special function somewhere before, when outside this component basically. Okay.
Mm.
So in the next uh, 12 or I mean 11 or 12, sorry, next, huh? So there is a get initial from props. There is something initial from props, but now I think get server side props. I think after version update, get server side props. So you
Mm.
define a function here basically, I'm telling about Next.js. Okay.
Yeah.
So Next.js will have a component like this. You will have a user effect in the client side. That is okay. But in this, for you need to define another function here, and you need to fetch your data here, and you need to return your data here. Okay.
Mm.
And the data will be returned, and to this function it will pass as a props. Okay. Next.js will install that.
I got it. I got it. Actually, I've seen this in Next.js. That's what happens. You will be calling the server props that actually gives for the components as props. So that time it will be like server side rendering.
Perfect. What it does is this function. So this function never runs on the client. Okay.
Yes.
So what exactly do Next.js is,
Mm.
we can do this. We can replicate that actually.
Mm.
Suppose this is our component, and
Mm.
here there will be a special method when we do routing.
Mm.
So we actually basically find what route they have loaded here from the request.path. Okay.
Ah.
And we found that component, and then we found that component,
Mm.
whatever the component that is mapped, right? Suppose this is home component. Is there a method of get server side props? If that is there, then
Mm.
here what it does, inside here I'll call that method, whatever it returns. Okay. I'll pass this as a props.
Mm.
That
This
means,
is server. In server only will pass. In Node.
yeah, in the server only I'll pass.
In Node.js.
In Node.js,
Okay.
I'm telling how this function actually works in the background. Okay. How Next.js does this. So
Okay.
Next.js find this function name. So that's why they have given a specific keyword. If you
Ah.
do not give this function name, then it cannot find that function name, right? And
Yes.
it cannot fetch anything. So that's why there is specific keyword get
Ah.
server side props. So
Ah.
whatever you defined here, it will just call this function, and it will return something. Whatever it will return,
Mm.
it will pass as a props.
Mm.
So that's why you will be getting here inside this props.
Mm.
Okay. So you do, okay, in that way that happens, right? So this is not, I'm not covering.
Mm.
So I'm telling you that, I just gave you a glimpse of that, how that
Mm.
works. Maybe we
Mm.
can do it tomorrow, no problem.
Mm.
But here this is the basic thing, right? We are not fetching anything from server, any API server. We're just giving some a random HTML and rendering some content, but we are able to enable the click, right? This is
Mm.
what hydration. Now if someone asks you about hydration, right,
Mm.
you can fluently tell him, and you can explain him basically. if you
Yes.
cannot if you cannot tell the, definition also, but the way you will explain, right?
Mm.
Now the knowledge you got, he will be impressed enough to hire you.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Nice.
So
Thank
I
you.
you watch this video. I have told many things you might
Mm.
be missed. You
Mm.
watch this video again,
Mm.
and keep notes whatever I told
Now
many
I'm
things, right?
writing notes also.
Hmm.
See,
You'll
I
find
need to
many.
do two things.
Hmm.
After this, I need to like execute again whatever you have done. And
Yeah, step by
yeah,
step, whatever
yes,
I did, right? Step
yes,
by step
that
you need
step
to do.
I'll repeat and I will check what is going on. And I will actually try to, I have written notes. I'll try to rethink. Okay, yeah, this is how it is working like that. Actually, like that, I'll try and again I'll try to build once again.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So
Give
let's
me
do
the
one thing.
repo. This also, at last,
I'll
I will.
give you. I'll give
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
I'll give you.
Yeah.
So let's do one thing for your
10 more
convenience.
minutes left.
Yeah, I'll do. I'll cover it.
Uh-huh.
Let's initialize a counter. Okay.
Mm.
Let's initialize each state whether it is working or not.
Mm.
Yeah. So suppose my first count is 0, then I'm showing here, suppose I'll remove this. I will say here count, increase count,
Show the value in the home
uh,
page.
and yeah, I'll do that. So here I'll do count plus plus, okay, or count plus one I can do, and I'll show here suppose the span count, here the count value, and I can initialize another decrease count, okay, and do minus. Let's see whether it is reflecting or not. Count first 0, increase count, decrease count, that means, right? Perfect. So it is also working, right? So you can stop the recording now. You can stop. I'll share